to RPG Reanimators. It's a live actual play. Tonight we're playing Sad Robots by Morgan Llewellyn, who just happens to be here ready to help us through the process of making some sad robots. So, Morgan, take it away.
Yes, thank you, Nathan. In Sad Robots, all our players will be playing robots that have been left behind on some far flung station deep in space. The humans have left them. They are waiting for the humans to return, and it has been a long, long time. And in the interim, they have all started to develop malfunctions. So each of our players is going to create a robot with several components. First, they will be given a designation or a name. They will give the robot a function, what their robot was designed and programmed to do. They will give the robot a drive, which is what the robot wants to accomplish or what drives the robot. So if we think of if my robot's a little cleaning bot that drives around on the floor, my function might be to mop or sweep or whatever. But my drive would be to make the station spotless, right? Like what's the robot's motivation in this scene, right? That's the drive. And then a malfunction. So in the time that the humans have left, something with the robot has gone awry, and you now have a malfunction. Uh,
Okay.
so we'll let our players. The setting for this particular game, which will help, um, just for sake of time, instead of having a long conversation, I'll just be a dictator, and I'll just say that the robots are in an orbital research installation that's studying an exoplanet. The human scientists got on a shuttle and went down to investigate the surface. Um, but that was 224 years ago. But surely they'll be back um, and sometime soon,
Any day now.
any day.
All right. Excellent. So, do you want us to start around the block with designations? How do you want us to handle that?
So we could do this in a series of stages where everybody goes through their designation, then their function, then their drive, um, and so on. Or we could have everybody just take a few minutes and create their entire robot and then introduce them as a whole.
Yeah, I'm more on the side for the entire robot, and just
Yeah,
to give
yeah,
people
Okay.
an idea, so we're not stepping on any toes. I want to be the security system. I'm not going to be one bot. It's like a series of cameras that are allowed to move around, but don't
Uh,
have a main physical body, unless you count the mainframe.
the distributed security
great.
system. Very cool. I was envisioning my robot being the like the solar panel, the exterior solar panel cleaner. So has to do basically like the spacewalk. Exactly. Yeah. Just
In space, no one can hear you squeegee.
yeah. Oh yeah. Get the
Uh,
little like windshield things.
I think maybe I will be like the auto gardener for like the food supply system that they had growing.
Hydroponics.
Yeah.
And I was thinking something along the lines of being the spotter. I'm
Nice.
focused on the planetary surface, trying to determine what different structures or shapes or systems are.
Very cool. Let's see. So then I would need a drive. My drive will be to keep the station powered.
Excellent.
And my malfunction, I'm gonna do the two and the one, is that uh he sometimes squeegees too vigorously and is wrecking the solar panels slowly.
So we're just all slowly dying because we're losing
Yeah.
power.
We're
Wow,
doing
that's
sad
depressing.
robots, right?
Yeah.
You can't stop yourself from killing yourself. That's terrible.
Um, I think that my robot's drive is going to be to just maintain a constant, steady supply of uh, like a constant stock of food at all times, like fresh veg. And his malfunction, he did not account for storage running out, so there's just like rotting. He
Mhm.
does not care. Like the it doesn't matter that the storage is full. He's just like stuffing things into every opening that he can find. Um, I think that's yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
That the disposal bot's broken. You're the gardener. That's a different department.
That's somebody else's job.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's not my
yeah.
job.
With the union and everything.
So I think the security system would spend most of its time on the crew quarters camera or the airlock camera, just expecting people to
Oh,
report back. And where do I avoid going? Everywhere else. All these other cameras have fallen into disrepair. The mobile camera bot, the one singular one, has been salvaged for parts just so we can get that airlock camera back on.
Nice. So those are excellent questions to start answering. We'll use those questions to build out the station as locations, as a little map for us. So keep
Great.
those keep those answers in mind with the airlock and the where your other cameras are broken, because uh, we'll open up a Zoom whiteboard and we'll make a little map for
Nice,
ourselves.
nice. So, Alex, what's your drive and malfunction? That's what we want to know.
Well, I think most of it is we don't have enough backup parts for sustaining such a security system on the entire research station. So I'm pretty much blind because it's 124 years. Maybe some cameras have been tilted out of shape and they're too up high for other
Mhm,
bots
mhm.
to manipulate. Whereas where there's a glitch in the software or some of the stuff is just broken, we can go along a lot of routes. So let's use
Okay,
all of them.
and yeah, and then would your drive be something like keep everybody safe or
Yeah,
observe the? Okay,
I think so. I think that's a very rational one. Keep everyone safe.
I think I might change up my malfunction a little bit. I think that he's just a really shit gardener. So like all of the plants are dying and stuff, but he's continuously
okay,
like
all
growing
right.
them and they die. But he just
Why
keeps
is he a shit gardener?
that. Let's see. That's a
Yeah,
good
what
question.
what system has gone wrong that he used to be a functioning gardener?
Yeah, he worked before. So I think that maybe it's
Does
like
he overwater
he
them or
overwaters
under?
them. Yeah, yeah. He's more of like a like he
His
just like
water
drowns
sensor is
them.
wrong.
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
tragic.
Your
and you
your
just
water
spew
sensor has stopped
water
working,
everywhere.
so it's always dry, right? You're like, there's
it's
no
always
water.
dry. Yeah. So he like dips his little probe into the dirt and or no, yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's always just comes back dry.
Excellent. Then David, what about you?
My drive is to find the best site for human habitation. Looking for a fertile valley with some fresh water, something, uh, and my malfunction is pareidolia. I see faces in everything. So I'm trying to situate a thing, and I'm like, oh, he's smiling he's frowning at me. What? Hello? It's like I see a river beneath a hillock, and I think it's somebody's face.
Excellent. Would you all like to give your robot a name?
Albatross.
Albatross.
It's got to be in all caps.
Oh no. Let me fix that in our notes. Alex is a real albatross around our station's
Yep.
neck. I see.
Symbolism. Who knew? This is exciting. I've never played a whole security system before.
It's, trying to think of a bird. You've got me on birds now. What's a bird that cleans stuff?
Oh, a
Hmm.
self-cleaning bird.
What do they call those little sparrows?
Oxpeckers.
That oxpeckers? Is that the
Oh,
ones
Yeah.
that
we're
clean
going
the
bird theme.
teeth? Yeah.
We call them bird bath.
All right. Oxpecker it is.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
They look like they have a candy corn beak. That's very cute.
Sharp spotter image analysis. Obviously, eagle if you don't have a witty name. Oh, spotter. Very nice.
It's like the two ways of naming a robot, right? You give
Yep.
it some symbolic name like albatross or opportunity, or you just call it what it does.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Nathan's player character and we're from the same company.
I like
Yeah.
it. Does this? We'll see if the manufacture of the robots cause any
Shared.
factionalism to develop or camaraderie.
I am a little stuck right now. I'm thinking of something. I'm trying to make something up.
Could be.
Well, obviously it'd
It
be
could
like
just be
GARD dash
yeah,
RR.
Gardner. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Gardner. Yeah.
That's a good. Yeah, I like that one.
So then you and Spotter were made by the same company, and then
Uh-huh.
Albatross and Pecker were made by a
Oh
different
boy.
company.
PvP.
Immediately.
Not the system.
Joining the
Ama-
team.
The immobile security system declares PvP.
Hey, I can taunt my foes.
Sad dueling robots.
Oh, it's just Beyblade, right?
Okay, so now that our robots are all created, there are 12 available questions that are station building questions. So each of our players is going to answer 3 questions of their choice, or they could roll a d12 and pick randomly, but that's dice and that's gross. So they'll answer 3 questions from the perspective of their robot, and they will answer the questions with a location on the station
Mm-hmm.
or some location in the vicinity um, of the station.
Right.
So as our players are doing this, just for the people who are watching, like some examples of these questions are: where do I spend most of my time? Where do I avoid going? Where is a place that only I know about? Where is there a liminal space on the station? Where do I go to rest? Where am I forbidden to go? Where am I neglecting? Where am I concerned about? Where would I like to modify, alter, or change? Where have I forgotten? Where have I never been? And where was I when the humans left? So those are our 12 questions. Each robot will answer 3 of them, and then we will use that to build a little map of the world.
Right. So does the order matter on who does what? How many
So I know Alex
subcategories?
had a location in mind. So if
We
Alex wants to,
certainly won't
do it.
roll for it. So, since we're setting some precedents as first, I'll use the rectangle tool. Yeah, that's good. And then,
Just a little itty bitty rectangle.
so I spend most of my time zoomed in the crew quarters, specifically in one of the hallways where there is the company group photo of the entire crew of the organics, and they're all smiling. So, crew quarters. And we can zoom this in. Nice. Do we have to denote who did what, or
No,
all right, perfect.
this is just built. I mean, this helps build out the station and build out the your robot
Mhm.
like personality. So if Gardner would like to go next, I'm just going down the line of who I see.
Sure. I think that do we need to? Can we just pick a random question to answer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Okay. A place that only I know about is going to be like the deadly chemical, like pesticides and stuff storage room. I know where to access that.
Okay, great. So we'll add a little card for that.
Oh yeah, let me do
It's
You
right
could even, I
next to
think,
the
just
crew
copy and
rectangle.
paste
quarters.
group orders and use that card as a template or make your own. There you go.
Yeah, I just pull it out.
Whatever shape you want.
Oh, we don't have to. I thought you were setting a precedent. I wanted the
Yeah,
rounded
really.
rectangle.
The poison closet.
That's where the entire crew went.
Gonna say I just have this image where we all think they're down on the planet, and Gardner has just them like buried under roots and everything. But hey, here, more food, more food, more food.
That's depressing. I didn't know what I was expecting when I was gonna play sad robots. To be sad.
It's gonna get
Sad.
sad.
I know it's crazy.
Yeah, let's put it right next to the crew quarters.
Is that what we're like
Yeah,
creating the
it's all
map right
relative.
now?
That's
Okay.
correct.
Yeah, we're building out the map.
So I don't think it's going to be right next to the crew quarters,
Yeah,
but it's
you
not going
feel
to be
free to have it
far.
floating.
Yeah. Just kind of make a little space.
Right. Oxpecker, would you like to add a location?
Yes, I'm going to answer the where am I forbidden to go? I am forbidden to go near the exterior portion of the life support system because I spend a lot of time outside the station cleaning, but those are too delicate for oxpeckers, like uh, limbs and whatnot. So uh, even if I see an issue, I am not allowed to go fix it. So I will put in my little rectangle life support system, comma, exterior.
Okay, excellent. Spotter.
I the first question that I chose was where am I concerned about? And I have answered that with the birthing chamber. We assumed that this was going to be a multiple generation project. And so there's a whole setup for human reproduction. And I sort of just always hopefully keeping an eye on that because I have got a mind toward the future. So I'm going to put that near the crew quarters naturally and not near the toxic chemical storage for obvious reasons.
Great. Albatross, do you want to do your next question?
Where have I never been? I've never been to the bathroom. Protocol says I cannot go there, and the company has good sense. So bathroom and showers. Uh, the mobile drone, when I did have it, was not allowed to go there either. And obviously, there's no camera set up.
Okay, great. Gardner.
Kind of like where am I forbidden to go? Um, I think that Gardner is not allowed to enter um, And it should be a new room, correct? I think that's
It,
yeah, because we're
Mhm.
yeah,
adding one of things. That makes the
new
most
rooms
sense.
are encouraged, but it's
Yeah.
also like if you're like want to double up on a room, that's fine.
Okay. I think that I am not allowed to enter the like the command center, like the like where
Okay,
the yeah, the command center.
Nice, nice.
And I'll put that. Let's say it's kind of over here. I'll put some text, and then maybe yeah, I'll think of a reasoning why.
yeah, that's great. Back to Oxpecker.
I think I'm going to do another where do I go to rest? I think it's going to be another exterior because I think that's kind of an interesting viewpoint. I think it's basically on a line, a tethered line, just kind of floating away from the station, probably right in Spotter's like view, but just where I can kind of yeah, kind of you make a better door than a window there, Oxpecker. So yeah, I think just space.
Okay, great. Want to add just a little thing on the map for your tethered anchor?
Space, yeah.
Or like
Um,
the solar panel access area.
I'm gonna put that above actually the command module because I'm kind of assuming that's probably where Spotter is, unless there's another space you're thinking, but just kind of out in front of that.
Okay, and spotter.
Well, and this is why. So I also chose both where am I forbidden to go and where do I go to rest. So now I'm like, oh, redundant. Arg. Um, but I'm going to
They
hold
are
on.
compelling. They are compelling questions.
That's right. I go to rest. There, I have an adjacent suite of cameras that monitor this planet's moon, where there is no possibility of life or habitation or whatnot. So when I get stressed out by looking at all of the complicated surface area and all the faces looking back at me, I can just go and look at this smooth, icy surface of the planet's moon. So I'm going to put that adjacent to the command center lunar observation deck.
Wonderful. Albatross, your last location.
I would say the question would be where was I when the humans left? That would definitely be observing them from the shuttle launch bay as they went, all into Noah's Ark.
Great. Gardner.
Hmm. Um, I think I think that I would like to also. I had an idea for where I go to rest as well, and this is like as the one of the possibly the only like actual ambulatory robots on the station. I think that he would have like this charging room
Okay.
that has all these open stations that are always just he's the only one that ever uses it. Oh, just the size of that.
Just remember, the map is not necessarily to scale. All right. Oxpecker.
Oh, I think I'm gonna choose the liminal space of on the station to try and steal David's last one because I have a hunch that's what it is. I got a gift. Okay,
Uncanny.
no, I'll swap it up. I would like to. Um, I would like to modify the birthing chamber. Um, because I think there's not enough like natural windows out of it. So I've been trying to basically remodify this. So to actually give it a new location. I'm trying to build a little solarium off the side of it. It's a bad idea, but that's his goal.
Excellent. And finally, spot R's last location.
Strangely enough, I was considering a liminal space,
Haha.
and I uh, want to designate the multi-chambered compression and decompression area that separates the body of the research vessel from its exterior ports and behavior.
Okay, great. So we have our station. So I'm going to take a quick screenshot of this. Okay, I've got the screenshot so we can end the whiteboard.
Right. I am hitting stop on the whiteboard. I'm closing it. There we go. And I threw it in Discord for us. We need a comparison.
Okay, great. Yeah, you already got it. So beat me to it. All right, so with our robots ready and the station complete, I did add the hydroponics as a location, as
Yes.
route. If you feel the need to add to the station, you can, if you're, as the one running the game. And also something to keep in mind is even if we didn't set up a location on the station, if somebody wants to visit a laboratory or something, it's not as though these are the only locations on the station.
Are there
So
other robots beyond us, or are they
yes, there
mostly
are other
humans?
robots. They will be portrayed by me, the NPC robots. So we will start our story by Albatross. You have been monitoring the shuttle bay, and your little you're starting to notice that you're running out of security tape for that feed.
How else may I see if our care is going to return? How much do I have left? I can't tell because when I flick to the storeroom, it's just bent at an odd angle. I
Yeah,
would
so
need someone to check.
you're getting this internal warning that storage is low, but normally the humans check the tapes, and
That's true.
change the tapes. But they're still not back. It's been 224 years, but
224 years. We're almost out of tape. Maybe we should call a meeting for this emergency.
so you start going through the protocols of making a general call to the station. Oxpecker, um, what are you up to?
I think he has been in the laundry. See, we're adding even more locations, but he's
Mhm.
basically cleaning his squeegees and whatnot in preparation for going out again. You can imagine after 200 some years, they're getting rather thin, and the fact that he is breaking some of these panels means they're getting cut up even more. So he's having to be very gentle with the rinse cycles and really watch them as they go.
Okay. Gardner, where are you?
Gardner is in the hydroponics room, and he is just he's just spouting water onto this kind of bloated and shriveled up at the same time somehow. Uh, Parts of it are just these plants that are just there's mold growing out of the soil, and
Mhm.
yeah,
So you're busy gardening, I see.
yes.
And Spotter, what are you up to?
As we orbit, uh, when the station is facing the dark side, that's when I take some moon time for myself. So I've hiked myself up, moved over to the secondary, and I could see, other parts. Basically, most of the array is facing the planet. This is the room where I can look at other stuff. The moon's the most interesting part. And I swear to God, I keep going through the database. I think that mountain looks like Groucho Marx, who was a
Yeah.
comedian from the 20th century.
Yeah. So you
A duck with a cigar, as far as I can
Mhm.
tell from
Mhm.
researching the database.
Yeah, so you're scrutinizing the moon. You are contemplating, this mythical figure of Groucho Marx. And Albatross makes a general call.
Attention. We are I have an emergency. We are we are running out of tape. Or I am running out of tape. How can we document the great return of the crew if we don't have tape?
Wow, a security concern. That's fun. It's been some. It's been quite a few cycles since we've had a security concern. Um, can you describe this tape to me?
The tape should be located in the storage room. They would be 4 by 4 reels of tape, so very large.
Hmm. Who do they look like?
What do you mean by that?
You
They
know.
look like everything I record.
Mm. Well, I'll try to make my way to the storage room and see if I can find that. 4 by 4 what?
For the camera in the shuttle bay.
No, 4 by 4
Oh,
unit?
4 foot diameter radius reels.
That that may be beyond just one of us. I'll come assist you, Spotter.
Much appreciated. Keep it spotless.
I'm doing my best. Presses delicate, delicate, delicate leaves.
Okay, so Oxpecker and Spot are headed to storage. Gardner, how do you respond to this call? Is this not your.
Um, I think yeah, Gardner is going to go. Yeah, so we can like speak to each other whenever we want, right? Like we have like a communications type system, I suppose.
If
We're
yeah.
linked in some,
Mhm.
it's the future. Um, yeah, yes, I can assist as well. and I think I will check in my storage areas, and
Okay, so
I'll like head into the toxic area, see
okay,
if I can
so
see anything.
obviously, where else are things stored?
It's your world.
Humans have a
Okay,
bad habit of misplacing things.
It's true.
okay, so Spot R and Oxpecker, you reach the storage room at about the same amount of time. Um,
You have been uh, pocked since I saw you last. I guess those are micrometeorites.
Yes, occupational hazard.
It, it, your porosity is very engaging. I think that's Rosemary Clooney on your backside. That looks like. Have you ever? Anyway. So
Trying to look. Okay,
we're looking for feet. Apparently, Albatross wanted to find 4 feet.
interesting. And in my mind, Oxpecker is one of those robots that has like lots of legs. Uh, so like almost like a spider sort of thing, uh, with a lot of articulated hands for wiping. But well, then we should look in the crew quarters for their shoes. Yes.
Did you find anything yet? Faint burst of static buzzes from the camera that's twisted like a broken necked crane on the ceiling.
We have found the storage room.
We're looking for 4 feet, right? Uh, by 4 feet.
Yes, it's
He's
a 4 foot diameter.
That's what I failed to take into consideration.
It's an archaic measurement. Yes.
Scaling, scaling. Do you? Where does if? Okay, there's some cases here that are more than a meter around. Where
It's
do?
best to start opening all of them.
Right, because you can watch. Good call.
I cannot watch.
Oh, let me attempt to fix
You will have
that.
to drag every object into frame.
It just like reaches up and twists the camera, but now it's pointed like way too far down into the wall.
so
Better.
as you're looking through these boxes, you hear this whirl of little wheels, and around the corner, this room is just stacks of
Mhm.
frameworks and boxes, almost labyrinthian in here. And you see this thin robot that extends up and down with little grabber arms round the corner. It's like, what are you doing?
We need
You're
some.
ruining my system.
Uh, Sorry, didn't mean to step on your servos. We Albatross needs new tape. Do you have some new tape for Albatross?
I know where tape is.
Fantastic. Take us to your leader.
So
Um,
it leads you. Yes, Gardner.
I was just can I say that I I can finish looking around in the toxic storage area and not
So you
find it.
well, actually,
Oh,
Gardner, it just so happens that you find there's a spray. Yeah, there's this circle, and there's this tube that wraps around it. It's connected to a little tank, but that they didn't say anything about a tank. But this obviously now this looks like
a roll of tape.
a roll of tape.
Albatross. I believe I have found some tape.
Excellent. You can bring that right over to the tape restock, the camera parts, the internal parts room.
I
And
see.
so as Gardner makes its way to the security room, or an oxpecker, this storage bot takes you to this box. It extends up, it grabs it, and it comes back down, and it opens it, and it is full of duct tape.
Oh, fantastic. You are very good at your job, and we're sorry to have interrupted your system. I'm sure you'll have ample time to put things back where you found them. And I will take this useful tape to Albert. Do you know, since you're so organized, where Albatross's storage tape is located?
Storage tape, tape. One moment, please. And you wait for several minutes as it pulls box after box after box off the shelf, and it's like looking at them.
An inefficient system, and he's barely cleaning the boxes.
A little dusty in here, I have to say. And that that uh, that stack of camping material up there bears a striking resemblance to Millard Fillmore, the American president.
Hmm. Your consumption of Earth media is a constant surprise. I had
And
not heard
after
of a Millard Fillmore.
and the storage robot returns, and it takes down this box, and it's like, I have found the box for the security leaders.
Brilliant.
Unfortunately, as you can see, they are all gone.
Are you
Well,
positive you got the right box then? Considering
hear
the
gone?
contents are empty.
Absolutely positive.
but Albatross can use this duct tape, can he not? You provided us with this useful duct tape.
They are both tape.
Do you know where Albatross's memory system is primarily situated?
I have never left this room.
It's a nice room.
To do with some windows.
Albatross, we've got
Yes.
some fresh tape for you. Do you know where to shove it?
Excellent. There is an access port past the crew quarters.
Oxpecker, lead the way.
Happily. Yeah, and he'll go out and he's got like the little what's R2D2 got? The little like screwdrivers and stuff on the little like
Mhm.
extenders. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he'll go open up the wall. See some 4x4 huge tape things.
So you arrive at the security room at the same time that Gardner has brought its roll of tape too.
Good
Oh.
job.
The camera in this room is broken.
Yeah,
Oh.
so Albatross, you see these three robots enter the security room.
I see them from the hallway angle. Yes.
It appears we have an embarrassment of riches. Let's tape this boy up.
That sounds good from what my audio sensors are recording. Go ahead and initiate.
So
Oxpecker
the
will
three
take
of
the
you
old ones out.
describe how you fix Albatross's problem with your various tapes. In this room, I'll describe the room. There are these massive, they're the servers that are Albatross, but that's not where the tape goes. You don't see any tape.
Mhm.
There are these massive rectangular slabs that have these, you see they're spinning, and you see tape moving on these things. There are about 6 banks of them, and they're all slowly, the tape is slowly going through these dispensers.
Um, Albatross, shut down your recordings briefly so we may retrieve the old tapes, please.
Uh, I can't usually do that myself. I need I need authorization from.
Okay.
There are quite a number of interesting colored buttons and things in here. Ooh, there's a selection of them right there that looks like Ernie Kovacs. That's curious. Hello?
I I do believe that I can perhaps quickly catch the tape that is rolling and replace it with mine. Perhaps you can apply duct tape afterwards. And yeah, Gardner will just like go up to one of those banks, those rectangular uh,
Mhm.
things, and just reach up with. He's got like weird like scythe fingers on one side, and then these are all like tubes, like hoses, kind of, but
Oh,
they articulate.
I
Um,
imagine the blades start to cut the reels of tape already in it.
it may be, yes,
Like little garden
uh,
shears.
just snipping it a little bit, and I'll pull up, just pull it off.
Yeah.
Thank you for assisting me.
You're welcome.
And do you
Anything.
take? And now that the tape is off, Gardner, you have your roll of tape with you.
I'm gonna like try to finagle it onto the like the little center spike thing that you put it.
Yeah, yeah. This tape is a little. It's different from the old tape. Your tape is more tubular.
Yeah,
Um, but if you spike it through this and you wrap it around this, um,
yeah. I'll unravel it some, pull it, and try to just like jam the tubular section into the spooling mechanism on the side, and like try to crank it in. Is this helping? Can you write?
Uh, I'm looking at my data and I'm missing some memory. It
right.
appears that I've lost the past 55 years and 6 months and 20 days.
It's
Hmm.
not lost. We have it, and we'll put it into storage.
We didn't. We've kept all your tape. Don't worry, and we've got lots more tape. Is there some other place you need tape?
No, my sensors are telling me that this is sufficient.
So Spottar, how are you using an Oxpecker? There are still 5 more banks. Um, how do you go about replacing the tape?
Well, Spot R has the tape. I would be happy, Gardner, if you would cut a couple more. I will take the spools to storage.
Affirmative.
And hold.
So Gardner goes snipping them. Oxpecker is removing them to storage. And Spottar, how are you using your tape to affect the replacement?
Well, I mean, so it looks like the tape they're taking out is 10 millimeters wide, and this duct tape is more like 16. So I'm going to start splitting it so I can feed it in more effectively. Oh, but I'm not used to sticky things. This is actually kind of unpleasant. Is this always how things go with you, Albatross?
It's a new and unfamiliar sensation. As you hear the reel trying to slide into place and it just clunks over and over again.
I guess that's how you remember things, right? They stick.
And at this point, I would think the reel that you inserted bashing against the internal parts, the motor burns out and there's a puff of blue smoke.
Ooh, Albatross, that's very acrid.
My apologies.
We'll have to make sure that we properly reatmosphere this before the humans return.
Uh, technician Blake Jones should be able to mediate this when he returns.
22 standard minutes until we have sunrise. I'm going to go and see if I can find a great camping spot for our friends, the humans.
So by the end of this, Albatross, you gain an additional malfunction,
Great
uh, memory loss.
memory loss.
Long, your short-term memory is fine. Your long-term memory is completely obliterated.
Love it.
So we are now going to shift our scene to 5 years later. Oxpecker, you're not sure that solar panels are supposed to look like this.
Yes, there's a few still good ones on there, but most of them at this point have various like spider web cracks through them, and the glass has been like Oxpecker will try to clean them, but he's just knocking pieces off into the atmosphere at some point, and it's beautiful in a way, but also uh, they're losing power a little bit, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, but you do such a good job of keeping them clean.
Yeah, I
You
mean the
don't.
ones that are left look amazing.
So Gardner, you're watering your garden. Um, you're getting a little low on seeds, but that's
Such is life.
such is life. And your little grow lights um, start to flicker.
Oh dear. How will I continue to harvest? Perhaps this is why my plants keep dying. Uh, and I'm going to wander out into. I think I'm going to go into like the hallway between the hydroponics room and I suppose maybe the charging room, and I'll say I'll grab hold of I'll plug in to the little communications panel, and I'm gonna send a signal to everyone saying, "Emergency, emergency! The life support, the food supply is failing. Our our light sources are dying. What can be done?"
I would suggest moving the plants into a natural sunlight, perhaps in the new solarium.
Hmm.
Do you think the security is safe in that solarium? We don't have a camera in there.
There were not enough parts to install you in the solarium. I'm sure it's quite safe, at least for us and plants. It's stable enough for plants, certainly.
Interesting. I shall bring. Are there pests?
Uh, Not that I'm aware of, just
Ro-
the rodent robots. Ha 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 ha.
Rodents? I see. Well, uh, I know just the thing for rodents. And I'll grab I'll go into the toxic chemical storage room and grab just like the biggest jug of rat poison and head toward the birthing chamber.
Okay, so all
With
this is happening. You're getting the rat poison. You don't want those rats eating your plants, obviously. Spot R, where are you during all of this?
You know, uh, fewer and fewer of the arrays are responding to my inquiry, and with each passing moment, the vital need to find an appropriate place for the humans to settle, I need to divert power toward my arrays so that I can find the right spot. What can I turn off? Why are we? Hmm. Yeah, so I'm gonna uh, head toward the command center to attempt to prioritize limited resources toward my duty. Um, Maybe if we jettison the cryogenic pods, for example,
Hmm.
we can save some energy.
Yeah, we wouldn't need those if we find a spot for them to live. Certainly.
Yeah, I mean, we have to find a good camping spot. I Meanwhile, you wouldn't believe some of the goofy faces this planet keeps grinning up at me. I think the planet's alive. Anyway, um,
Is that healthy for the crew, the colonists?
finding the best place to inhabit is the primary goal of the colonists, is it not, Albatross?
Yes, that is correct. Well,
If ooh,
it has been 229 years. When are they returning?
They didn't specify, so I assume any day.
Very well.
Spot R, I am glad you see faces. If the planet can support faces, it can surely support crops.
That's a fine point. Maybe we should start seeding the planetary surface. Have you got some seed bombs, or how does that work?
Hmm. Perhaps we can germinate. I do have a few remaining seeds. We should create something.
If we're planning to jettison the cryo chambers, could we not pack them with seed and dirt and open them partway to the ground?
Interesting.
I think when the humans come back, they're going to be very impressed with our innovations.
That would be a marvel to watch and record.
Do you have visibility toward planet side, Albatross?
Only during certain hours.
Fair enough. Well, we can try to coordinate.
We shall wait until the moon is right.
What? Oh, Farmer's Almanac. Ben Franklin. That's what that mountain looked like.
Hmm.
Oh,
Should we jettison near Benjamin Franklin then?
I think I think that's only logical.
Okay, so a number of things seem to be happening. Gardner, do you carry out your intention to distribute rat poison in the solarium?
yeah. I think that's well. I think you just kind of drop it off in the solarium and leave it there.
Yeah, so as you enter the solarium, Oxpecker, this is your project. What does the solarium look like? What is its state of affairs?
Pretty poor. I would just guess. Maybe the birthing chamber's got like a nice carpet. It feels kind of like you would want to have children there, and the solarium is this tacked on metal monstrosity that's too short for a normal human to even get into without stooping. But it's all glass windows around it, and it's airtight. Like, at least that's right. He probably got help on it, but it's a really sad affair.
So, yeah, Gardner, you come into this small glass chamber.
This this place is wonderful. I can sense
you.
the solar radiation. I believe plants would thrive. I shall move the current batch to this solarium.
It is like you are birthing children of your own, in a way,
I think of all plants as my children, but sadly, they all die.
just like children.
Yes, just like children. Um, yeah, and just drop off the rat poison. Just gonna drop the whole sack of it in the one against the wall, and stomp my way back to the hydroponics to gather the seeds for the cryogenics, and just scoot those current plants into the area, into the solarium.
Okay, so as you're transferring your plants and preparing the seeds to go to the cryogenic pod, Spot R, you enter the command deck. Um, and it's most of the monitors and workstations are all powered off.
We really don't have as much juice as we used to. But once we've seeded the planetary, once we've planted Benjamin Franklin, the humans will be impressed and they'll probably come back and they probably have batteries or something.
You see a red light flick on at the camera in the command room. Yes, Benjamin Franklin. Uh, he's known to be green, correct?
Historically, I'm not sure about that, but your memory is better than mine.
I suppose so. So I hope the humans do come back with the batteries and maybe more reels.
Oh, are you running low on tape again?
Yes, no.
Well, if
I
you
don't
need any more help in that regard, please let me know.
I don't remember being low.
Quite right. I think that storage bot will be able to help us find some proper vessels to launch seed to the surface.
Perhaps if that does not work, you can use my old chassis for the mobile recon surveillance drone.
Why, how noble of you. But I imagine, well, I'm going to go and talk to storage.
I'll see you there.
Yes, you will.
Light flicks off.
Okay, so you make your way to storage. Um, all the boxes, I mean, it's been a couple years since you've been in here, but it seems that all the boxes have been rearranged.
I'm just going to start opening things, assuming that's what summons him.
You should try that one to your right.
And you hear the little whirl of the wheels, and that robot, slower this time,
Hmm. Do you
comes to the
have?
corner. You
Yeah.
are ruining my system.
If you just alphabetized things, then I wouldn't have to ask you where things were.
You cannot understand the depths of my efficiency.
We need. Sorry to disturb your protocols. We need a vessel of some kind. We wish to seed the planet with useful plant material. Do you have a suitable missile?
Let me check. Follow me.
Mhm.
And it goes, but you wind through this almost endless series of boxes.
Fine work you're doing in here.
Yes, well, thank you.
Does it get lonely?
Why would it get lonely when I have my boxes?
That's how I feel about my faces.
Of
Well,
course, since the other one ceased functioning, it is just me in the boxes.
what was the other one in charge of?
I was retrieval. He was storing.
How long has it been? I guess we don't have much new to store.
Storage to cease functioning 125 years ago.
I assume you can't store him since that's not your protocol.
That is not my job.
Can you retrieve him? Maybe he just needs some more tape. I know where the tape is.
Yes, I will retrieve him. Anyway, for a minute, and it brings back, it's carrying in its arm almost an identical. It's identical in every way to this robot, except that it has the little Roman numerals of 2 on it, whereas the other one has a Roman numeral of 1 on it. This is storage 2.
Let me get a look. A little more to your left. Ah,
Do you think it needs tape, Albatross?
yes. Tape fixes everything.
Do you know where the tape goes?
Look for some kind of port. Or you may have to use a special tool to jam it open.
Gardner has fine tools. I'm mostly eyeballs. Uh, storage 1, can you open storage 2?
I'm
So I could
sure
insert some
the
tape?
friends will be able to fix up storage 2 in a jiffy.
I do not have the requisite parts to open up storage 2.
You and me both.
But your vessels,
Yes. Vessels for seed for sending planet side.
what it does is it brings down this box and it opens it up, and you see what looks like oxpecker, like a box full of oxpeckers. It's like, these do well in the vacuum.
Hmm. You know, it's funny. They look like somebody. I can't quite place it.
Oxpecker. It looks like oxpecker.
Oh, but what does Oxpecker look like? I mean, whom?
He has multiple leg apparatuses.
Karl
Squeegee.
Marx. He looks like Karl Marx. That's sort of a avuncular thing. Anyway,
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
I'll cart some of these back toward the birthing bay, and Gardner can fill them with seed. What sort of seeds do the humans need, do you suppose? I suppose
That is
Gardner
not my
knows.
job.
Uh, yeah. Well, thanks for your help very much. Good luck with your ongoing retrievals.
We could place the copies into the birthing pods.
Well, we don't wish to grow more of these things. We want to seed the planet with new life.
Yes, but we need to prime them. And what better place to prime them than on the table?
Certainly, the humans aren't using it right now, so there's ample room.
Yes. I
do
wish I could assist you in moving the chassis.
do we need some water?
I believe seeds need water. Isn't that generally the case? You're the
Of
gardener.
of course. I mean, for the oxpeckers should
I,
do
I'm
would.
sorry. Was I summoned?
It turns
The
out
comps.
you have a bunch of cousins.
I am still
Maybe
fully
if we
functional.
send all of them out to help you, we can get our power
I assure you, I am perfectly
restored.
capable of keeping power restored. I am
Surely
fully
you've
functional with no malfunctions detected.
noticed,
Replacing me would be a waste of resources.
but we're all
I am currently dismantling the cryo chamber as per request.
So, which is it? Are we placing? Oh, I think I see. We are placing the the other oxpeckers into the cryo chambers along with soil, fertilizer, seeds, pesticides.
Hmm.
and plenty of water. Water makes seeds grow.
Of course, that is a given.
You
How
sure?
will we get the sunlight inside? Perhaps
Hmm.
we can show them a recording of the sun.
An instructional video in case they've forgotten in the 200 plus years.
There are
Hmm.
some spare monitors in the security room that I can use to play feedback of the sun.
Smart.
Is are the how close is the sun in these videos? Plants can only handle so much solar energy.
There is no need to worry. I can adjust the zoom.
Rejoice.
Yay. Make sure to not skimp on the poison inside these modules. Most of
I
these other items are naturally occurring, but the poison is not. Therefore, they will need that the most.
You have a great point. I shall fill the stocks. Uh, I have many pesticides and poisons. I am sure that the humans will appreciate.
Gardner, I'll leave you to uh, perfect the recipe for these seed bombs. I'm going to return to the command center and look for other ideal locations for our new garden alongside the Ben Franklin range.
Affirmative.
So, Gardner, walk us through. You reach the cryogenic chamber. Oxpecker has expertly removed all the cryopods.
Dragging them to the decompression zone.
Perfect.
And so in the decompression zone, you have all these cryopods. What is your what? How do you fill them?
So, Gardner is going to open each pod with a hiss. Psst. He will just load it up with all this, like the rotting vegetation that he's collected over the years. just slime and sludge and stuff that's obviously composted into dirt as well. So it's got excess. Into each of these cryopods, um, he is stuffing the seeds into the dirt, um, and applying every single one of his pesticides to this fully. He's just, I mean, the dirt in these things is probably just glowing with futuristic, chemicals and stuff that's been doused still. It's been doused in it. Um, he would also, like, kind of near the foot, the foot area of the cryopods. He's stuffing an oxpecker into there, um, just so it can do the garden work uh, when it gets there, and assist in planting the seeds, dispersing these seedlings that will obviously sprout as he just continuously pours the water into it until it's a slurry.
So you prepare each of these seed bombs. And Spotter, you get to the command deck. And again, there's so many of these systems are shut off.
Yeah, I'm basically reduced mostly to infrared right now, and there are some hot spots. So I think we should probably try to rain our seed bombs down toward those. They might be thermal vents, could be, not actually sure. Oh, but there's a group of several of them there that looks like a friendly pig. That's really funny. I'm going to focus on that. Uh,
Okay.
I think, based on our current orbital pattern, we're ready to seed bomb in roughly 15 minutes. If Gardner's prepared.
Yeah. I'll give a
Maybe we
final
can launch
stir.
them from the shuttle bay.
Yes, I will begin the opening of the locks, and I will jettison them as requested.
I will record for prosperity.
Yeah,
And I
you
will cheer
start
you
you,
on.
you start trying to record.
Yes.
Oh no.
And you're watching this through the infrared. And you see each pod hit the atmosphere. And there's this bright intensity of
No.
infrared,
Mm.
and then they each fade.
Hmm. Well, crew, the reception seemed to be very warm.
Excellent.
That
I
is good.
I bet the humans are going to come back and thank us within a few decades. I think we've done excellent work.
Excellent. I
For
got a
those
good
So,
angle.
for those that cannot pat themselves on the back, I will apply the pats. Albatross for you.
Thank you.
Just patting the hole.
You break that camera though.
Oh, I definitely bend it.
Oh, thank you for the realignment. I can see things that I haven't been able to see before.
Wonderful.
so
What's going
25 years go
on? Oof.
by. And Oxpecker, solar panels really aren't supposed to look like this.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, that there's like one hole. I'm imagining like a two wing sort of thing, and one of them is just completely dark, and the other one, it's it's definitely not right. He's attempted some repairs. He's never tried it before. He's not a solar guy, but he's tried like stitching some together with wire, but those don't seem very effective.
Yeah, maybe it got dinged by a meteorite.
Yeah, yeah. That's what he'll probably explain towards some of the later ones, even if it was actually him that did it. Yes, a meteorite must have hit it when I wasn't looking, weakened it to the point where a simple clean would destroy it completely.
I
So
think
on
I've
this,
lost a few more of my cameras.
yeah, for some reason, Albatross, the they're burning out. The power situation is strange. Like you feel fluctuations of power surging through your system. These these long low points, but yeah, not all of your cameras are as functional as they used to be.
This is quite dire. Please help. Things are getting quite dark.
Your outages, though, come at opportune times. We would awaken you should you be needed, of course. We are all responsible for security.
Very well. For the security of the research vessel.
Do not worry, I am keeping myself fully powered at all times to best observe for any incoming people.
Do you have eyes on my plants?
The solarium is still filled. I don't know how to gauge plant growth, however. Just cleanliness, and they continue to not be clean by their nature.
Hmm. I shall try. Uh, so I'm imagining that with this low power situation, um, Gardner is kind of like spending like 20 hours a day plugged in the charging station, just trying to get juice, and the rest of his time he's trying to overwater these plants, of course.
Ooh.
Um,
If we do that, if we just stay plugged in, that will destroy our batteries when we're not plugged
well, I'm staying plugged in.
in.
Um, yeah, so I will try to provide more care. The
As long
humans
as
need
you
food.
try, Gardner, as long as we do our best.
Yes, the humans understand.
Yeah, so Gardner, you make your way. The At this point, the grow lights and the hydroponics have all gone out.
I see.
So you make your way to the solarium, and amid the massive fungal, it's like spider webbish, thin mycelium covers everything. But the plants are in there somewhere.
Hmm. I shall have to search. Uh, do you? I. Hmm. I'm just gonna start digging through the fungus and the. I'm clawing through it. Just trying to find. They must need more water. More. The support units are not functioning. Just going to try to plug into the like water supply system with a little
Yeah.
hose.
So you plug into the water supply system, and the pressure is not what it used to be. It used to be that it would spray with this majestic force, but now it just barely spills out the end.
My life. This is nowhere near enough water. My purpose. What I do not know what I can do. Plants cannot thrive without water. What I need assistance again. My plants, they are dying. My babies, my babies. Perhaps the birthing chamber. I'll start like dragging the slushy mud into the birthing chamber.
Perhaps they would grow better in a crib.
I believe that may be the case. Do they need other nutrients? Hmm.
I was told that love is an important element to being alive. Perhaps we do not love these plants enough.
How does one love?
But
Hmm.
I believe humans tend to appreciate and love things that look like them. Have you considered making the plants look like you? You would love
Is
them
there a
more.
good source of love?
Hmm. I have not considered.
Does anyone else notice that it's growing cold in the research vessel?
Hmm.
Yes, it is not optimal for humans to return to this.
They will not return to a vessel that is cold like this. Very few of the sensor arrays are operable, but I can see from here that the planet is smiling.
Have we considered moving the vessel closer to the nearest star? This would both increase temperatures and improve gardeners' chance of gaining direct sunlight.
I think it would help the solar panels as well.
My cameras are searching for a place to realign and grow closer. There is one nearby.
Does anyone know how to operate thrusters?
Negative.
No,
It's
You're,
so dark out here.
I could always put you on the tether. I found that being on the tether with solar panels directly attached has been keeping me spry in comparison. I'm sorry, Albatross, that that is not an option for you.
I am
Well,
only photosensitive through the sensor array.
Hmm, that is fine. My functionality is critical for the station to continue. Yours is mostly due to memory limits and planetary changes. I feel like we have a strong view of the planet already and the many faces it contains.
there any other bots we can ask for assistance? Maybe number one from the stockroom.
Only if we need something retrieved.
Perhaps a manual on how to fly a spaceship.
Did you know that plants always grow toward the sun?
Hmm,
Perhaps, perhaps they can somehow be used for thrust. Will that work?
hmm. I will go retrieve the manual.
Good
Ox-
idea.
Oxpecker's not sure about this course of action.
so Oxpecker, you enter the storage room. It's pretty dark in here. Most of the lights are flickering on and off.
Yeah, he has like a little space flashlight that he'll use that'll click on and just provide that one burst of light and then fade down to just that glow that you get from dying flashlights. Hmm. Number one, I'm going to move a box now. And
So
he's
you
just
shift the
threatening to
you
move.
you
No, it's an unwise use of power. I would never. I'm
so
critical.
you say you threaten the moving of a box, and you hear the whirl of wheels, but very faintly, and you see storage spot one round the corner, moving very sluggishly. Please do not move the boxes.
I was only saying that to get you here. Do we have a manual on flying the spaceship? We wish to get closer to the sun.
We do have manuals.
Excellent. Guide me to them, please.
So it leads you down the hallway, and as you're going, it says, "Be careful not to trip over storage bot 2.
Hmm. He is very dirty. You are not fulfilling the cleanliness of the storage
Clean,
room,
cleaning is not my function.
clearly.
It has been 200 years since I last saw the cleaning bots.
They are not critical. Interior cleanliness is less important than exterior cleanliness.
And it goes and it very slowly extends itself. It pulls this box down from the shelf. I believe this is what you are. And then it topples to the side. And the box hits the ground, and all these books scatter across the floor.
And Oxpecker just kind of steps over storage bot one. Maybe one of the legs kind of knocks it closer to storage bot two. And he starts to sift through these manuals.
So you sort through them, and you find this massive book, phone book size. Um, Although what is a phone book, you don't know.
Yeah,
But
that's
this massive
that's
text that says Station Operation Manual.
hmm. Excellent. Excellent. Mission accomplished. And like I'm imagining there's also like all these other books of like how to set up a colony successfully on a planet. Just completely ignoring those. I have found the book. We have plenty of time to research while we wait. I will retrieve it to the command center for us to observe. Also, we no longer have any storage bots.
When the humans return, they'll bring more storage bots.
Yes, they will undoubtedly bring back more oxpeckers as well, considering they have been provided with a number of them, and they are built to last.
So Spot R, you see Oxpecker arrive at the command center with this massive book.
That seems very useful, but it is too dark here for me to read.
Perhaps attempt the solarium. I believe Gardner was clearing it out. More of us should use the solarium.
That might be the brightest place. It's worth a try.
Might as well just jettison him into space on the tether. You can read it out there.
Oh boy.
Don't let go of the book. I get the feeling this isn't going to end well for us.
What
Me
gives you that
too.
impression?
I don't, it's just something.
We need to have hope.
It's fine. We don't have security. That's not mission critical. It's not mission critical.
Exterior cleanliness,
Yep. It's
number
number
one.
one. Hey,
Check.
the station can't function without clean solar panels. It's
Correct.
just all there is to it. They can bring food up here.
Your logic makes sense.
Perhaps I can change my programming. Perhaps mushrooms are the optimal form of
Yes, yes.
food provision.
They have
Hmm.
lots of
This is yeah,
beneficial
you've not
effects.
considered this
Yeah.
possibility. It's
I
exciting,
believe
new.
I need someplace dark. Well, lucky for me, everywhere is dark except the solarium. Rejoice, rejoice.
You say rejoice, and I'm imagining like a little confetti cannon that goes off every time, and then you have to sweep up all the confetti and put it back in the cannon for
Reload it.
next time.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
what is your? Do you start moving all the soil out to find the optimal spot for the mushrooms to grow?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. Finding a dark corner. Um,
The
yeah,
bathroom showers might be a good
that's
like
perfect.
spot for
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
going into the
Bathroom,
bathroom.
showers, I've almost forgotten. From what I remember, it's always dark in there.
That sounds like the perfect spot for a fungal growth. Hmm. And I'm gonna go and bring my supplies to the showers. Um, I will go to turn the knobs to see if the water will come out if it
The
flows.
water just drips out of the shower head.
Hmm. Well, a constant drip should be enough. Over time, it will add up to thousands of gallons.
The optimal amount for mushrooms.
Yes, mushrooms love water, as do plants. I
Albatross.
believe
Yeah. How are you faring, Albatross? How is security? With all the changes, I assume there are openings for danger.
Yes, there are a lot of blind spots.
Hmm.
Albatross, do you have access to weaponry and ordnance?
Negative.
I see.
It's up
Hmm.
to us to protect the station then. Yet another critical function I am being asked to take upon myself.
Oxpecker, do you need to have one of my sickle attachments for future use?
Yes, if you can spare it, as you no longer need it in mushroom farming.
Yes, of course I can spare a sickle.
Excellent.
I still have a spade.
I can use this against any intruders that are not on the original crew manifest.
Oh boy.
And oxpecker, this sickle, I mean, it looks identical to one of your. It's like a weird squeegee.
Ah, in fact, this might be more functional than you might even know. I will be able to shave off any space crud from the solar panels. This is
Perhaps,
what cooperation gets us.
perhaps the crud can be used as fertilizer. Maybe there are space shrooms.
Mm. I have not brought in the dirt into the station. That is a clever idea.
Interior cleanliness, as you say, is non critical.
Yes. Yes.
Security
Yeah.
is non-critical.
Life support, such as plants, air, and power, are critical, correct?
We will need to prioritize those soon.
Hmm. Priority?
Well,
Of course, plants,
plants.
fungus, food.
Mm. Of course, they'll return tomorrow. So this is all hypothetical.
Of course. I remember when the humans were here enjoying my delicious victuals.
I
The
cannot remember what they look like.
oh,
You still maintain a list of the original crew, though, yes?
I am attempting to access those logs. Error.
Hmm. Hmm. We will just have to assume they will identify themselves when they arrive.
I do not forget a face. Do you think their genetic offspring will perhaps be recognizable?
Certainly. Is
Hmm,
not a new model similar to the old model?
of course.
Just rubbing the sickle against his leg. Robotic face. Yes. Yes.
Oh, you're scratching off the glass.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh boy, we're gonna get all sorts of meteor crud in the station. Do you want xenomorphs? This is how you get xenomorphs.
I think we do want xenomorphs.
Honestly, it would be nice to have the company at this point.
Yeah. Holy moly, that's a big old bag of.
Apologies for interrupting.
Plants.
Vibe. My CSA arrived.
Oh, eggs, potatoes.
Vegetables.
All the gardening requirements.
Gardner, you've done a wonderful job. The
So,
planetary seeding, a rousing success.
Badar,
Rejoice.
in your absence, Gardner has decided that perhaps the future is mushrooms.
Hmm.
So Gardner has been transferring stuff out of the solarium to grow the mushrooms better in the dark. He has given Oxpecker a sickle, which is a very new tool to clean the solar panels. But you now have this book, this this massive, it has a lot of weight to it. Technical manual for the station, and you are in the solarium.
This is where the light is best. All of these pages look like such funny faces.
Is it a picture book?
All books are picture books. Chapter 19. looks remarkably like Abraham Lincoln in this light.
What does he have to do with starting a space colony?
As I recall, nothing. But look, the next page looks like a woman holding a duck.
I cannot look if you do not place the book up against the camera.
Is there. Oh, you're not directly in the solarium. I can tilt it toward the birthing center.
But when you bring the book into the birthing center, it is dark.
So dark.
So you spend a great amount of time looking through the faces of this book, and none of the faces tell you how to move the station. Quite cruel of them.
Some of them
20,
increasingly seem mocking.
25 years pass, and Oxpecker, you scrub away the last flakes of the last solar panel.
And it does that snap, crack. Ah. Oh no. We are now in a power vacuum. There is no more power.
I'm betting you're still plugged in. You're
Maybe.
hogging the
It,
the charging port.
he definitely was up to this point, and yeah, this will affect system critical infrastructure. Emergency meeting. Energy rationing must begin now. Emergency meeting. Meet at Albatross's security camera.
The one that's the only one that's still operational.
Yes.
It's got to be the crew quarters one
Yeah,
that's
I
like
would say so.
focused
It's
on the
focused on
picture.
the
Yeah.
crew.
Albatross, your red on light is dimming. Ah,
I feel the darkness. It's closing in.
I wonder if there were more solar panels in storage.
Hmm.
I don't know what is in the storage room. I don't know when they're coming back.
Soon.
When they do, they will have a pile of mushrooms to consume.
You have found your calling, truly.
This, I have achieved success. They are thriving. Look, that one. I think it may have a face.
The
Does
mushrooms are smiling.
they
And
shall
at this
thrive.
and at this point, with the solar panels all gone, we're going to go around the table, and you're going to describe how much longer your robot functions, and you're going to narrate for us its final moments. So, around this rate, Oxpecker.
All right. Um, I think Spotter had a really good idea with getting the solar panels out of storage. So Oxpecker goes there and is standing over storage bot one because he just needs power, right? Like Oxpecker could give power to storage one. but storage one is not mission critical. And so Oxpecker just stands there and slowly powers down because he can't power on this other one and he can't give up any, and it's just done in the storage room.
Okay, Gardner.
I think Gardner doesn't last much longer. He's or it is uh, spreading the thin as he spreads like a thin layer of this like mycelium filled dirt as just across as many surfaces as he can to try to provide for the humans and really for the new life that he has created. For he is now God, and he I think with his final little bit of juice, he kind of leans down, creaking, and just caresses the mushroom and says, "Good night. You will be." And he just croaks, runs out of juice, doesn't say anything, doesn't finish his thought.
Albatross.
I think Albatross is gonna try and just focus on that picture of the crew with the rest of its energy. And when those spores start to spread, they start to cover the painting and start to eat away at it. And then the lens gets covered. So it goes on, and no one's there to help at that point. So maybe it goes on for another like 5 or 10 years of just nothingness until it's like being in a living body that's slowly dying where you can't do anything, and then Albatross is gone. The red light fades forever.
And Spotter.
As the sensor array is no longer operable, I cannot observe the planetary surface from this orbiting vessel, and so I will use the last of my energy reserves to leave the vessel and observe the planet directly. The brief glint of my chassis evaporating in the atmosphere will provide a falling star for the colonists to wish upon.
I imagine there being a shooting star, like from the view of the planet side, where there's just like skeletons.
And that is the end of our game of Sad Robots.
All right. Yes, thank you
Cool.
so much, Morgan. It truly was sad and about robots.
That was heartbreaking. Do we have any stars and wishes? Things that we wish we would have seen in our game, and stars that we want to award of.
I think I'll go with some stars to begin with. I'll just go down the line. I really like Gardner's pivot of like finding out late in life, like I'm a mushroom guy. That's very fun. Um, I Alex, I think making Albatross like immobile is a fun way to approach these. Like that was a fun sort of different robot. And then yeah, David, the storage interactions are very fun, and the not really knowing what the tape is. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Oh, are you continuing
Uh,
with the wishes?
uh no, I'm wishes. Boy, we we added more rooms. We never got very much to the lunar observation deck. I think the moon is kind of like a fun mystery in this. That would have been interesting. Like, who knows? Maybe they survived up there.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've been looking in the wrong place. You've been waiting for
Yeah.
them to come back from the planet, but whether they're going to come back from the moon.
I assume
Magic.
everybody else just had that same like image that Alex did of they're just dead on the surface. Like I kept making jokes in the
Dead.
chat about how
Been
they're
dead.
just yeah, they're building a colony and everything we do keeps like killing them. But yeah, they've probably been dead a long time, right?
Probably.
About
Just like a half buried skull.
278 years
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. Ugh.
My stars. Yeah. Also, really love the mushroom. Really love the finding faces in different
Mhm.
objects and having that kind of be crippling. I love how we use a lot of light and dark and how that can inconvenience like pretty much everything. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed choosing an immobile like robot because I think that's just like a good role playing challenge. One wish I had is maybe I could have interacted a little more, but that's such like the nature of having a mobile player character.
Mhm. Um, Stars, I like the game. I think it was cool. It's pretty different. It's interesting. Uh, it it goes. It's fun to just kind of sit around and make stuff up with people. Um, Wishes, perhaps, yeah. Making better use of some of the rooms. I could have, and could have like included the lunar observation deck, possibly. Yeah, I agree with that. Um, yeah, that's about it.
Got you poisoning the whole station repeatedly
Yeah.
by I assume wandering around with all these leaking chemicals.
You said rats are here?
So I had this like kind of image in my mind um, before we had described the birthing chamber as more like a medical thing, and I don't know,
Mm,
for some reason I had this image of like growing people in there, like lab
oh, fun.
grown,
Yeah, yeah.
uh, kind of like a pool where that people would like emerge from. It was this weird image
Yeah,
that I had in my
yeah.
head, and I was thinking like, yeah, I could pour some rat poison all in the gutty works and stuff.
I made a rat poison man. Yeah, David, what about you?
Um, it's very interesting to see the different directions that a hyper rules light game like this goes. Um, because Oxpecker was eliminating our capacity to exist from the very outset. We had a sort of
Evil.
directionality that doesn't always happen.
Yeah, yeah.
We were basically, it was batteries down from the outset, which is an interesting timing sort of structure. Um, and combined with the relative immobility of all of us. I mean, some games of this, like, everybody's running around a lot, or trying to, and between Albatross being incorporeal, Gardner being focused on his job, Oxpecker having to murder us all day by day with his efficiency, and my complete inability to do anything useful, we kind of were it lent us staticness to this particular scenario that isn't always the case with this structure, which is why we didn't see more rooms, I think. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's all right. I think that the fact that it became about how quickly we lost power
Yeah.
was a useful structure for play. And then we met some friends as we went. I particularly enjoyed the retrieval twins.
Yeah.
Um, they were they were especially futile. Um, but it's nice also to see the innovation. Like, you can grow things in the dark.
Mhm.
There are ways to carry on, and also Oxpecker's like And if you haven't seen the film Robot Monster, which is famously one of the worst movies ever made, it's the
Ooh.
one that has the gorilla
Oh, I love that
costume and
movie.
the diving helmet
Yeah.
Oh, yep,
monster.
yep, yep.
So he says
At one
he
point,
he suffered. Yes, exactly,
I know what
Albatross.
you're talking about. Yeah.
So Oxpecker, you died quoting Robot Monster. I must, yet I cannot. I must, yet I cannot.
Yeah,
Where on the graph do must and cannot meet? And that's how you powered down, which I think is great.
I love that outfit. It's got a gorilla body. This is great.
Yeah.
That it's a really so bad it's good movie. Love it.
With an amazingly good soundtrack because of sort of legal issues. Like they
Mm.
got to use an Elmer Bernstein soundtrack because of contractual stuff for this movie that uses like leftover stop motion dinosaurs and the worst acting you've ever seen.
Right. Morgan, what about you?
Yeah, so I mean, I've run quite a bit of sad robots in my time um, throughout playtesting, and I think David hit on something that was, one of the things that makes this playtest stand out for me is this, having a robot whose malfunction um, inevitably causes a crisis, right? Like you'll get
Yeah.
people who are like, my robot sucks up liquids, and then they no longer retain liquids. So like and those are great, like for story, the inability, the overwatering of plants, the loss of the roving chassis, and um, seeing faces. But having a robot that's, if allowed to continue, um, will be the ruin of all, right? Um, there are rules of, if you're trying to stop another robot from doing something, you can actually cause malfunctions to each other or to
Okay.
yourself to try
Yeah,
to prevent
yeah.
them. Like if somebody was like, I need to stop Oxpecker, there are rules to handle that, but that didn't come up. So, that could be something of a wish, but not necessarily, because I
Yeah.
like the arc of the story. But it is possible for you to halt the robot that was going to destroy us all. Um, so I really like the moment of when, the storage robot, storage one, retrieves the box of replacement oxpeckers that would not destroy the station, um, and then jettisoning them all into the atmosphere. Like, that was particularly a
Evil.
delightful moment for me. And
It's
then
very
also,
Machiavellian.
I like the imagery that Alex brought in of the mushrooms consuming everything. I have like this image of decay that's normally associated with biological decay, but the mushrooms coming in at the end to as all the robots fade out. Like, I particularly enjoy that stuff. This was yeah, and it was just another general star with these hyper rules like games that I enjoy, or this very improvisational style. I, as a minimalist, GM, really appreciate it. Like, I can introduce a problem, like Albatross has run out of tape, or the grow lights are flickering, or what have you, and then taking that, building scenes off of those, like those, prompts, right? I enjoy being able to prompt you and then let you go for long periods of time without me needing to intervene. So that was another star for me.
I don't think those other oxpeckers would
You were perfectly functional. What
yeah.
would they have done?
Yeah, I think that kind of goes off of David's point of like we're all like kind of static in that way of that none of us really want to tell any of the others like that's not going to work. Like all of us had very futile like tasks that none of us were willing to acknowledge were futile or actively harmful.
This is what inaction does.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we've
Classic.
had robots. I've seen robots in this game before that would have tried to intervene, but the closest we got to intervention was like, can we divert what remains of the power, not
Yeah.
stop? Like, we all just trusted Alex Becker to do his job. We didn't go outside. None of us had eyes on the solar panels. We had our own focuses. and,
It
and
feels
we,
very robotic that way though, right?
Yeah, and
yeah.
that's one of the things. Like, as I'm writing up the rules and revising them, like that, like as far as giving advice to sad robots is, lean into your drive and your function. Like, because, and like, they could be very, like, some people very rebel against that. They start with one kind of robot, and then by the end, they're this free acting personage in the world. And you're like, well, your robot was like, you know,
We're a toilet
doing,
cleaner.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. I've seen things get to the absurd of, um, a robot that has a very narrow set of functions just starts to
Expand.
expand their
Yeah.
capacities to,
Mhm.
weird degrees. So it was good to see a session of everybody, acting in those channels of their robots, and that seeing that, a good story still emerged out of that. Uh,
Yeah. I like
Although
too that. Go ahead.
I would just, of course, it was Zoom cycle how we had our last words, but obviously, Spotter's falling star would have come before Albatross's gradual dimming as the photograph of the human beings became increasingly obscured by layers of micro
Mold.
fungal
Yeah.
matter, because that's the long time. That's one of the things that the game offers.
Yeah. Yeah, the time jumps are really neat. Like, I've
Mhm.
seen a few things that are doing that, but just to kind of envision the time frame that you do and where you go, like, yeah, you haven't been in the storage in 20 years. You have no idea what the situation is anymore. Like, there straight up could be a mold monster there. We don't know. Probably not, but who knows? Would be fun to kind of come back to this as like a mothership just coming into the station. Like, you kind
Yeah.
of generate these like uh environmental storytelling spots.
Yeah,
Cool.
There's supposed to be a spotter here. What happened to it?
well, yeah, and it sets up the parameters for the least eventful mothership game
Yeah,
ever. You arrive on an orbiting station. It's covered with fungus.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah.
There are
They're
no
all,
monsters.
everyone's
There's some
paranoid.
robots that are not working
Uh,
anymore.
Everything's broken.
Excellent. All right. Let's wrap it up there. Morgan, plug wise for this. Is this coming to some place? Is it out where people can grab it, or should they just
it
watch
is
the
it
videos?
is it is coming.
Excellent.
There's this video if you want more taste of sad robots and see how different configurations are. Into the Darkness has a number of playtests on their channel. So just I'm currently working on getting this out, doing art for it, what have you. So
Ooh,
stay tuned.
check out RPG Reanimators. It's a live actual plays are all over the place. Check out Into the Darkness. You can see all of us at some point playing all kinds of games like Mothership, which, if you want space adventure where it's either very thoughtful in Morgan's case or very death filled in my case, it turns out. So, yeah, go enjoy that there and check out our free Patreon for the episodes and podcast. Right. Until next time, thanks for listening to another RPG Reanimators. It's a live actual play of Sad Robots. Bye. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out the RPG Reanimators podcast for horror scenario reviews, interviews, gaming discussions, and more.